Hello and welcome to the video training module for sale preparation registration. When you first come to the website, the first activity that you're going to be involved in preparation for participating in the sale is registering for the tax sale. The first way that you can get to that, one of two ways actually, is to click on the sale prep link that appears right up here just below the banner, and the other way is to just click on the link that says start here to register. So let's do that. And the first thing that you need to do in preparation for the actual registration is to go through and click on each of these links on the left-hand side and make sure that that you read the important information that appears there so that you have a good understanding of what the policies and procedures of the state of Maryland and the county of Prince George's are imposing on the tax sale. So this is good information to read. I urge you to do that before you begin the registration process. After you've done that and you're ready to participate in the registration, you want to click on the register link, and that brings up the registration form. And I just want to briefly go through a registration for you here so you see how it works. If you're registering as a company or a legal entity, you want to fill that company or entity name in here. If you're registering as an individual, you can skip over that. The next field is the name to appear on certificate. Now please notice that there's an asterisk right next to that information. Any of these fields that have an asterisk next to it, that indicates that they are required fields. If you leave the field without putting information in or the proper information, you're going to get a visual cue that says, hey, this is required. You have to fill that information out. If you don't, then you will not be allowed to submit your registration form and complete the process. So in this case, we're going to be doing a fictional registration, and I'm going to make up a name called One Bidder. So that'll go here on the name to appear on the certificate. If I'm a successful bidder and I get a tax lien certificate from the county, then that is the name that will appear on that certificate. Street address, this is all mailing address information. Phone number, that's a required piece of information as well. User ID, this must be in the form of an email address, and it should be your email address because you're going to be emailed information throughout the course of the sale, so we need to have a valid, accurate email address from you, and that is going to be also used as your user ID, one of the ways that we identify you in the system, and it's also going to be used as the way you log in to the website when you come to the website to participate in the sale. So the user ID must be an email address, must be your email address, and it should be a valid, good email address. Password. Again, that's going to be important because you're going to use the combination of your user ID and your password to log into the website so that you can get to the other various portions of the website and participate in the sale. 4-digit PIN number. If you have to call us for some reason and you don't have your user login information, your user ID and password, then we can identify you using that 4-digit PIN number. Contact information. Who should we contact if we have questions or issues that we need to talk to you about? If you want to be notified by email, what's the email address? Again, that automatically defaults to the user ID email address that you set up at the top of the form. If you want to be notified by text message, you can put that information in. Other notifications, you can select that. And then we get down to the budget amount. I urge you to read the detailed information that appears before that budget field. That explains why that's important. The budget's going to be used to help you prevent yourself from spending more money than you intended to spend during the course of the sale. So read that information before you proceed and fill in your budget amount. You do have to indicate that you have read the information on the left-hand side and that you agree to the terms and the conditions and the information and procedures. And then we get down here to the W-9 information. which will be sent to the federal government, of course. So read that information and fill that out. You will have to provide taxpayer identification number, either Social Security number if you're registering as an individual. If you're registering as a legal entity, you'll have to supply your employer identification number. Oops. And then you will have to sign. The signature is going to be an electronic signature. We're going to require that you put in your user ID, which you entered further up here in the form. Remember, user ID must be your email address. You're going to use that to sign this form electronically down here. Signature of U.S. person, user ID, that's going to be the email address that you provided, and then you also have to put that password in that you entered up at the top of the form as well. And then we get down to the authorization agreement for direct payments, ACH debits from your account. There is a $150 registration fee required by the County of Prince George's, and that will be deducted automatically from your checking account, savings account, whichever you provide. So you do have to give the county the routing number off of your check or your savings deposit slip and the account number so that we have the correct information to debit your account. And that same account will be used, by the way, to be debited for any successful purchases that you make during the sale. Any certificates that you're successful bidding on and winning. And so we put that in. Indicate the type of account and submit. Congratulations, registration is complete. Gives you your bidder ID number, and that really is pretty much it as far as sale prep and the registration procedure. Thank you very much. Hope you found this information helpful, and we wish you the best of luck in the sale.